Fellas, I got a tip. Tonight's tip is all about raising testosterone. Some of you have asked me for some tips on like stuff to actually take that'll raise your T levels. And there's a few things that I actually live and die by. And one of them is turkesterone. And it's made by Old School Labs, and it's awesome. You take it in 14-day cycles, 2 pills a day. You could take 3, but you really don't need but 2. I take 2 and it's fine. And it just, what it does is it works with testosterone. It works with the testosterone you have now by mixing in terpenes and black pepper and some other natural things. Everything on the back of the bottle is recognizable, and all of it works just fine with your HRT. CISTANCHE TURBULOSO is another pill that works really well. You can get that on Amazon. It's a small black pill. Nootropics makes it. And nootropics, they work with supplements that'll work with your mentals as well as your physical. So it's meant to promote positive mental health. Whereas most things that'll boost your testosterone that you take orally will make you a little more aggressive. Bee pollen is something that I take. You take bee pollen per the label. A lot of people have asked me before, well, how do you know that bee pollen works for us? First of all, there's no information on us. So what I have to do is research our bodies and then the biological bodies of males, reference that information to statistics that have been found in science that come close to it. And then coupled with what I know, because I've been using this shit forever, I can pretty much conclude. And then with the guys and their reports back to me, I also add those stats in. So if you'd like to sit down with me and you're into statistics like I am, I can show you. Collagen rich foods, protein, A, K, and D. That does not necessarily mean meat, although you're not going to find A, K, and D in anything like you will red meat, especially just those together. Everything else like pescatarian, Mediterranean, vegan, vegetarian, you have to combine those things. Like you have to combine several foods to get A, K, and D. A steak, you've got A, K, and D in one meal. Hamburger, A, K, and D, one meal. Bacon, eggs, A, K, and D, one meal. Cortisol levels being low, that's always going to keep your testosterone low and your estrogen high. And that means being emotional. That means letting everything spike your dopamine except for the good stuff that's actually going to work for your T. Dopamine spikes your testosterone. Dopamine spike is like being horny. A dopamine spike is like lifting heavy weight. A dopamine spike is like you see something and you're like, oh shit. Also, like you see something, you're like, oh shit. Yeah, feels good. Less alcohol, man. Beer especially, bro. Beer brings estrogen levels up like no other because it's wheat that's rotten. So yeast is what feeds estrogen. Yeast feeds disease. Yeast feeds everything that you can name that's bad. If you have any kind of autoimmune issue, yeast is something that is horrible for it. Yeast X is a supplement that I tell my guys to take. If you are going to drink, there's something called Yeast X. You can get it on Amazon. A couple drops before, a couple drops after, the next day. That'll remove the yeast out of your body and you'll feel the difference. Your belly you won't feel your food right here. Your belly won't be quite as messed up as it would be. And you won't experience those adverse effects with your health because one beer stays in your body for 30 days. Stays on your brain no matter what. And that's where your hormones get affected with alcohol. Like some of you that are up and down and, I read your posts but you're also the ones that drink a lot. So you have to kind of make a decision as to either what you're going to drink, when you're going to drink, how much you're going to drink, or don't drink. What else? Oh, any kind of men's multivitamin will help. Not any kind, I'm just kidding. Sea moss is the best, but I also take every now and then, only after my workout, I'll take a Mega Men's. And GNC, great brand, they triple test. They're scientifically based. I've looked it up, Mega Men's, and I take the Mega Men's over 50 because it gives you so many extra nutrients. And you piss out what you don't need anyway. Sea moss, absolutely, I take it every day. And the sea moss I take has lion's mane, SHILAJIT, and a few other things in it. SHILAJIT is another thing to take for testosterone. The drops, and that's it. That's not it, but the full list will be on Patreon for my Patreon folks. Of course, my guys get the full list in email. The rest of you, get on the train, man. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, Watch that bitch go to Georgia.